Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Sorry. My name's Lizzie. I know I look super crazy right now. I'm very sorry. I actually participated in a shaman ritual and I have to keep this on for a certain amount of time. But I did wash most of it off. I had a big symbol right here and I had stuff here. So I have to keep this on. It's a spiritual protection thing until daylight. So sorry. I also had my hair in a really thick braid and I had to take it out because it hurt. I don't have long enough hair for a braid, so I have to do it like really tight so that you can see it. And then I straightened it because it was a crazy mess. Anyway, this is going to be a therapy special, if I can speak, a therapy session from spirit to you. And it's going to be, I drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 decks of stuff. We're going to work through childhood stuff, current stuff, relationship stuff. I'm digging into you and your higher self and working with spirit and talking to you about what you need to work on, what you should be focusing on. You want some therapy? It's therapy time. I will say I am taking a break from the departed loved one readings for a little bit, not too long, a couple days, nothing major. The last reading that I did that I didn't even mean to be a channeled message ended up being a channeled message. I was under severe attack. The thing ended up getting in and initially I called for help for my cat because my cat was doing crazy shit. Like, I know people think I'm weird. She's walking around here with red eyes. And I see the thing out there with red eyes. Great. Possess my cat. Fucking awesome. She was at the window talking to it. I thought she was helping me. No, it was getting my cat. How it got in was through my cat. Anyway, so I called for a blessing for my cat because I tried and it wasn't working. When they got here and started doing the ritual, I figured out why my shit wasn't working because I started uncontrollably vomiting. And anybody who works in the demonology field, anytime someone starts praying and you're vomiting, no bueno, no bueno, under attack, under siege. And I didn't even, that was probably the scariest and the hardest fight. Like, I know I look fine because I have layers of makeup. I fought a lot of scary shit, mostly when I was a kid. Nothing's really fucked with me since like 22, when I really learned, even though I didn't know what I was, after 22, they can't touch me, they can't hold me down in bed no more. Sometimes I occasionally get scratched or bit, but they can't terrorize me anymore. However, I'm not going to show you because they're on very inappropriate places, but I have upside down crosses, bruised on one leg, and like, I don't even know how to describe it. It just formed like there was a cross in my skin and now there's a bruise. There wasn't actually anything in my skin, but you could see a I don't know how to explain this to you without being or seeming crazy, because this is what we deal with. This is what I do. I deal with freeing souls and getting shit off this earth. The only thing I want to tell you is that thing was so fucking ancient that it was sent here to whoever that person was, whoever that resonated with. That was sent directly to your person and directly to you. It wasn't supposed to be on this earth. It got evicted around Jesus' time. You remember the story, if you read it in the book, about how Jesus cast demons into the pigs and they went over? Well, one of those things that they casted in the pigs and went over is what attacked me. That was sent to you. So, you are somebody of great importance out there. To even get that sent to you, you had somebody who is far more skilled than me. I have 1,000 years of knowledge under this dome piece in one lifetime, and not because I've been walking this earth in this body for 1,000 years. No, I've just returned. I remember I got downloaded because my work on this earth is for some really dark, dangerous shit, and I gotta know my stuff to protect myself, hence war paint. There's methods to our madness. Why I wear the infinity symbol all the time. To me, an infinity symbol sometimes is more powerful than the cross because of who I am, where I come from. This is my cross. Sometimes I wear both. I don't really bounce between many symbols. I'll wear a crow, I'll wear a cross, or I'll wear an infinity symbol or an evil eye, and that's it. That's the only jewelry I wear. Like everything I put on my body is for protection. Like, I don't believe in wearing jewelry just to wear it unless it's earrings or a necklace for like a dress. Then yes, because it goes with the look, you know? I am a fashion lady, so I believe in it, but like wearing it every day, no. It's gotta mean something. But anyway, pile 1, I just wanted to get that out, that somebody very, 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 very powerful. They're not gonna stop, okay? You're going to keep doing it, and I will keep helping you. But I just wanted you to know that I think that whoever that person was for is in a very high position, has a very big, important thing to do on this earth. I'm getting sick just thinking about it. My stomach's turning. I gotta sit on it for a few days, but I wanted to get that out there. You need to protect yourself. Because I have experienced a lot. I almost lost my life. I'm scared of that one. Openly admit. You have to respect that. Because if you don't and you walk into it naive, you ain't gonna make it out there. Don't fuck with that one. I swear to God, if you feel it, like sage, I don't care. Don't fuck around. Don't give it an inch. Don't give it an inch. It took me 2 hours to fight 1 inch. Don't do it. I only let it in an inch and I almost died. So that person that did die, they didn't stand a fucking chance. There was nothing anybody could do. That's how powerful that one is. Be careful. Pile 1. Love grows here. Let's get into the positive stuff. Just vibe out. Do you feel like this is your pile? Again, there's only going to be 2 piles. I don't know if I said that, actually. Not again. I usually do 3, but I'm doing 2 tonight because I'm late. And I have to work tomorrow night. Well, tonight. Sunday night. Pile 2. Happiness blooms from within. Let me read it first. I'll hold them both up, but I want you to vibe. Vibe to your... Hello, Loonies. Okay, so pile 1 is the pink one. Pile 2 is the green one. Go to the description box below, find your timestamp, and I will see you there. Toodles for now. Still with the weird makeup, though. Pile 1, you picked Love Grows Here. Cute. I love love. Anyway, let's start with some advice for you. My adrenaline's wearing off. It's like the equivalent of, I don't know, you just got home from like homecoming game or a show you did. Like the buzz of the excitement is wearing off. That's when your body starts to Anyway, it's not only about being right. In all tests of character, when 2 viewpoints are pitted against each other in the final analysis, the thing that will strike you the most is not who is right or wrong, strong or weak, wise or foolish, but who went to the greater length in considering the other's perspective. Love, don't you agree? The universe. This is all about putting yourself in other people's shoes before you judge, before you lash out, before you say something that you can't take back. Or perhaps this is you wanting someone to walk in your shoes. Maybe you're saying, you know, you never see my side of it and I'm sick of it. Maybe you're feeling unheard, misunderstood, not cared about, ignored. Dwell on what you love. Asking someone to change is like pruning a tree. Neither will ever be the same again. Scarier still is that you can't quite know in the new directions they'll grow. Love, I wouldn't change a leaf on you. The universe. I feel like someone's trying to like alter your path. I don't know if this is about career or if this is changing something in yourself, because I feel both. Either someone, like, say you're a boss. They're like introducing a new computer system you feel you don't need in your office that's just gonna like add a bunch of headaches. Or maybe your job is about your image, and so they're saying you should have this sound or you should have this look, and it just doesn't feel like either you're doing your craft correctly, or you feel like no matter what you say about how uncomfortable you feel about something, that it just falls on deaf ears, and they're like, yeah, you know, just suck it up kind of energy, just deal with it. But either you don't feel like they take the time to see what you suck up and do and deal with. Maybe you're feeling like you're always the one that has to give or concede to what, like, even if you were the captain of the ship, it's like the needs of the ship always come above yours, which can be frustrating. Even though you're a captain and you have great responsibility, you still are a person and you have personal needs. So I just feel like a lot of this, pile one, you're feeling very uncomfortable in your relationships, and you're feeling very uncomfortable in your career space. And some of you might know and sense what's going on and know exactly what's bothering you, or others it just feels like either you're putting your foot wrong all the time, or you're just constantly trying to keep up but not like just getting by, like just making it, never being comfortable, never being completely satisfied, never feeling completely vindicated or like you're doing enough. Does that make sense, pile one? Dwell on what you love, I think, to me, is like go back to your roots. So if this is about career and you're feeling like a lot of people, whatever the situation is, you feel like other people are trying to, even though you're the captain of your ship in life or career, you feel like someone's taking control of the boat here. And you just want to get back to driving the boat your own way, if that makes sense. Let's get more into it and see what's going on. Let's go into the crystals. Tell me more about what pile one is feeling at this time. Let's talk about emotions, mental well-being. Citrine, wealth, enhanced career perspective, self-esteem, and manifestation. So some of you, although I feel like there's two sides here. I feel like a lot of you feel confident in your career or skill. You feel like you've worked enough at it. Like you've earned your clout. You feel you're gifted at what you are doing, or like at a peak. Maybe you feel like you've reached a peak. Maybe this is boredom I'm feeling. But there's some attack on your self-esteem as far as what you can produce in your workspace and what you can do. Even though you feel strong and confident, I don't feel like you're feeling people recognize it, or you feel like it's gonna wear off. Like even though you're an expert, there's an element of I'm not enough. I don't understand this, because I feel like wealth and enhanced careers, I feel like you're at the top of your game, or you're about to be, or you're really good at what you do, and you should know that. And Spirit's like, you know you're good at this. You know you're gifted in whatever this is. Don't let them shake you up. That could be what I'm feeling. Let's get more. We have smoky quartz. Dispels negative energy, home protection, earth connection, achieving career success. So yeah, something about your career is either about to go full steam ahead, and this is pressure. You might be feeling pressure to perform, pressure to meet demands, and you feel a lack of, maybe I'm not going to deliver. Maybe I'm not going to be a good enough boss. This could be self-stress. Even though you're having success, this could be self-doubt. This could be, maybe you're fearing letting everyone down, or you're fearing like, maybe even though you're good at it, maybe you're just bored. Because I feel like an element of bored. That was getting to the other side of this. Even though you're good at it and is something you genuinely either used to love or love doing. It's just like, maybe you're just washed out, need a break, maybe, or maybe you want to invest your time in other aspects. Maybe you want to invest in your career more, but your personal life is taking a huge hit. Or you want to invest more in your personal life, but your career is taking this. I feel a lot of up in the air energy, so let's dig. Let's dig some more. We got rose quartz, unconditional love, romance, nourishing, soothing. This could be about not feeling good enough for someone, not being able to provide for your spouse, or not having enough self-love to be confident in yourself. I pulled some decks I haven't touched in a very long time, so I'm excited to see what we got. The Healing Mantra deck. I went through all my decks this weekend. I pulled like 4 or 5 that I'm going to be giving away. I'm doing one for Valentine's Day. I'm doing one for St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to do one for Easter. So I'm giving away some decks that I don't really use. And in doing that, I pulled ones that I haven't used in a very long time. Just for new stuff. New for me and new for you. I have a lot of decks, so I can't use them all the time. And I'm continuously buying more, so I need to make room and get rid of the ones that I don't really use. Because, you know, that a part of our community, by the way, if you are a tarot reader, the whole concept of tarot cards, as much as I would love to have a library, and I probably am going to do that one day, you are supposed to trade. Like, give some to family members and pass them down. Give them to other card readers in exchange. They're meant to be passed, and at least in my Celtic tradition, they're not meant to be hoarded. There's a lot of people who feel like other people shouldn't touch their cards. I just feel like if you sage it and cleanse it after every use, people can use your cards. You just gotta cleanse it. It would be like a doctor only using a scalpel once and never putting it through the thing. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense to me. Honoring adversity. A fire reveals a path of renewed direction once the burning is complete. Ooh. Yeah, I feel like you got a lot of... Either you're doing something really ballsy here, pile 1. Like, you could be going in a completely new direction. I don't know why I heard new sound. Why did I hear new sound? Why do I ask these like you can answer me in real time? A fire reveals a path of renewed direction once the burning is complete. Think about a forest fire. Wildlife kind of needs sometimes to be burned so they can grow healthy. And I feel like you need to let things burn to the ground in your life. All this pressure, all this thing that's just making you feel lack, making you feel like shit about yourself, making you not feel good enough, making you feel like they're taking your steering wheel away from your own fucking ship. Hey, fuck off. This is my wheel. That's what you need to do. And just let everything burn to the ground that isn't fitting to you, doesn't go with your flow. Let it fall. Let it slip away. Like, don't give energy to things that don't feel good. You know what I mean? Everything you give your energy to, you are tying yourself to. Whether that be love or work, career. So if you're giving your energy and your time to things that make you feel bad, you are rooting yourself to, like, alright, you're a battery. You got positive and negative sides. Okay? What happens when you put batteries in and you put both on the positive or both on the negative? The thing won't fucking work. So if you're thinking negative about yourself and this thing is negative in your life, you got 2 negatives. That's a false positive, my friend. False positive. It's fake. It's fakeness. Whatever feels fake to you, that false positive, drop it like it's hot. Literally. Burn it to the motherfucking ground, pile 1. If it don't light you up, if it don't make you feel good, if it don't jive with your soul, it's got to go. You're in burning bowl time. I don't know how else to say it. Everything, you are having a life burning bowl ritual. Everything, like, I don't know, they did this a few times when I was in high school for homecoming. They had a bonfire, and if you wanted to, like, release something in a healthy way, you could come and burn it. Then we found out that was bad for the environment, so we stopped doing it. But, you know what I mean? I feel like this is what you need to do. Imagine a fire, okay? You can throw anything in this fire. It's not going to hurt nobody because it's an imaginary one. So, like, you can throw people in it. They're not really going to burn to death. Like, you can throw things into it. You're not really going to, like, destroy things. This is a mental fire. Who would you throw in that fire? What would you throw in that fire? That's exactly what you need to get rid of. Whatever you, when you picture that mental fire space, whatever you feel like pushing into it, like, this is Sparta, motherfucker. You know, like, yeah, get rid of it. Hit the road, Jack. Sorry, I painted my toenails this week, but my feet are very, like, I was in water, so I have, like, tub feet right now. Wrinkle feet. And it's like not, I mean, it was in my shoes, so it's like in my socks, and I was out there for a while, so it's gonna be a minute before my feet are back. What do they call that? Crinkled? You stay in the tub too long, that ever happened to your fingers? Yeah, it happened to my toes. It was not cool because it's cold, so, ew. Resolving anger. Conflict reminds me when I need more space for myself. Ugh, I just feel like... Can I say this? I just feel like you got a fucking asshole in your midst, in your face. I don't know if this is a boss, if this is a friend, or if this is a lover. Like, you need space. This person is so toxic. Like, my stomach is revolting. Like, I don't know who this person is. It might not be a person. And you might be feeling like if you're dreading going to a place, that could be what I'm feeling, not a person. If you're dreading doing something, that could be what I'm talking about. Something that you oh, why do I gotta do this? Or, oh, I wish they would shut up. You know, I just feel that energy. This, staying in this angry adversity pressure cooker, I feel like you're in. This is your soul. I feel like that's your soul. Like, I'm gonna scream. Let me out. I just want to get out. I don't know why I'm feeling that way, but I just feel like screaming, let me out. Just let me the fuck out. Like somebody is like trapped in a room, like bang. So I don't know what you need to get out of, but you're screaming to get out of it. It's making you, I'm getting angry. Trying not to let it show in my reading. Again, I'm an empath, but yeah, you're so frustrated that it's like just making you bitter to yourself. I'm not saying you're treating other people. It's like just making you bitter on how you feel about your life, how you feel about yourself, what direction you're going in. It's just like everything, this thing or person, it's so fucking toxic that it's like venom. Like the real character Venom. Like when that thing stuck to me, it's like, it's not coming off. Like, it won't come off you. I feel like that's your vibes. Sorry, I'm extra. Very tired. Oh, I'm sorry. The Untethered Soul. I got this because it has a horse on the box, and I feel like that's my spirit. I'm just running away from everybody on a beach. Like, get me the fuck off this planet. I just need some zen. Maybe that's your vibes too. I love a lot of animals, but the horse spirit just sounds like me. I won't even ride a horse. I respect them so much that I won't even put my body weight on their back. I won't do it. I will hug them and I will kiss them. I love you, horsey. But I will not ride you. You're too beautiful to be ridden. Anyway, freeing yourself. Exactly. Let me out. Yes. See? I am a psychic. When a blockage gets hit, it's a good thing. It's time to open up eternally and release the blocked energy. Yes, you're so blocked. Like blocked creatively, blocked, you can't, you're just suffocate. You're suffocating. I don't know if this is a person or a thing. You just need to free yourself from it. I think you're, oh my God, hiccups, sorry. I think you're trying. Is this like a karmic thing? It could be like waiting for contracts to end. Could be waiting to find a better job. Maybe you're saving up money to move away from this person. I don't know, but it's like so, you just want to go. You're the horse. Like, let me the fuck out. I just want to run free. Living life. As you let go and willingly release the physical, emotional, and mental aspects of your being, spirit becomes your state. I feel like the more you get away from this thing, this person, the more alive you feel. Because they're not there to be toxic. They're not there to be heavy. They're not there to just harsh your fucking mellow. But I think you want to free yourself to live the life your way. Like, you want to captain your ship. Maybe you're sick of the people you allowed to come on your boat. Like, maybe you're a cruise ship captain and you have these current guests that just keep buying a ticket and coming on the ship and never going home, and you're just sick of them because they're loud and they make messes and they treat your staff like shit, and you just want them off your motherfucking boat, but they keep buying a goddamn ticket. And what are you supposed to do? Because you have to work for the cruise line. You know what I mean? I just feel like that's your mind. Like, I want out, I want away, but there's a logical reason why you can't just be like, boom, I'm out, or else you would. You know what I mean? I feel very trapped. I mean, not me, for you. I came out wrong. My empath is going out. I feel very trapped. Freeing yourself came out again. Let go. No matter what it is, let go. No matter if this is about a vow, if you signed contracts, if you promised, if you swore to your last fucking breath that this is what you were going to do, but it isn't for you, it isn't jiving with your soul, and it isn't jiving with your future, you are not a shithole for cutting that out. You are not wrong. At the time you said that, at the time you signed the contract, it probably was fitting for you. It probably was right. But as people, every day, every cycle, we change, we adapt, we grow. And the things that are meant to go with us adapt and change and grow with us. That's the difference between a successful relationship and an unsuccessful one. A successful partnership and an unsuccessful one. You work with each other. You have tolerance. You have cooperation. You have empathy, morality. But when you bump heads against something that's not for you, not meant for you, this is what happens. You feel stuck. You lose yourself. You get lost in depression. You feel like your life is just blowing by you. You're not happy because you're not doing what you're meant to do with whom you're meant to do it with, because you haven't allowed the things that are supposed to fall away to fall away. It is not your fault for changing your mind. It is not your fault for growing and adapting. That is your job as a human being, to grow every day into a better version of yourself. And anyone who doesn't grow with you and become better and better your life is a hindrance on your direct divine purpose. Do you need permission from the divine to cut cords because you swore to the divine an oath? Then they're giving you permission. If in your soul it does not feel good, it does not feel right, then you are not honoring that oath you took anyway if you're living a lie within yourself. A lie to yourself is the same as lying to the oath you took, to the one you're making the oath to. You lie to yourself, you're lying to whatever God you believe in. By honoring yourself, you're honoring what you believe. By honoring what's good for you and letting the light grow in your life and not the dark, you are honoring the divine. There is no right, wrong, and different. There is no map that tells you this is exactly the direction you need to go. You are the map maker. You choose the direction. You are the navigator, and you get to decide who's coming with you and who is not at any point in your life for any reason. And, you know, it's always good to be fair and kind and just and treat people with respect and not end things in a brutal way. But sometimes, you know, I tried to do that with my ex, but he was just an evil motherfucker. And the more nice I got, the worse, you know, sometimes you just can't fucking help it. You gotta, all you can control is yourself. They're gonna have to figure out, you know, yes, it sucks when you hurt people. If you're like, look, I don't want to be your friend anymore. Look, this relationship isn't working out, I'm sorry. Or like, I have to leave this job, you know, sorry. You know, it hurts, it sucks. Nobody likes doing that. But ultimately, it's for the better of yourself. Anytime I've done that in my life, it's been hard. But I'm always thankful because it usually, the hard things breed the most reward because it was hard. It was a challenge. I feel like they reward you even harder for stepping up and choosing the light, choosing yourself, choosing what's right for you. You're listening to your inner voice. You're listening to the divine. They praise that. That's all they want you to do. We're going to get it wrong. We're going to mess up. We're going to choose wrong. We're going to swear to God 1,000,000 times in our life. And only maybe one of those things we're actually going to mean the entirety of our life. Doesn't mean he's going to get up there. We're going to get up there and be like, Judgment Day. And he's like, well, you promised me on this day, and this day, and this day, and you didn't do this, and you didn't. No. Only human beings think like that. Ebb and flow, boo-boo. You're going to change. You're going to grow. The people in your life, you know, that were once friends might not be friends. Like, the more you raise your elevation, maybe your friends are judgy and you're not judgy anymore and you're just looking at them like, ew, I don't want to be like that anymore. I don't want to be around people like that anymore. That's good. You're evolving. Leave them behind. They will, if they evolve, they'll eventually come back into your life and be like, listen, I was a shit person back then. I'm really sorry. If they're meant to, they will. But they got to do the work. If they're not doing the work, they're not growing with you, they're a hindrance. They're a roadblock. They're a karmic. Okay? That's the difference. Let's go to Buddhism reading cards. Oh my God. I have not used these in forever. Third eye's popping to me. Trust your instincts. My stomach's gonna growl, by the way. I'm starving. I've been working all day and I didn't eat. Number 3 talks about divinity. Some of us think holding on makes us strong, but sometimes it is letting go. Exactly. I don't know if this is about marriage. Or like something like tenure. Like something big, like a big contract, a big commitment. Something you took an oath to. So I feel like it's a wedding vow, like till death do us part, like something you've literally said, but you're very spiritual. So you would take this to heart and you are a good person and you probably did do the work. But you're doing the work. Is your person doing the work? If this is about divorce, even if you're both doing the work, is it still really hard? Because it shouldn't be, like, all the time hard. It's an ebb and flow. Like I said, nothing is ever happy always, and nothing is always bad always. Moderate is most common. Like, you have days with both good and bad. So, if majority of the time it's hard and heavy and toxic, and despite what you are doing, it is still that way, you're just fighting the inevitable. And I know everybody gets stuck in this, like, you could actually love a person, like, genuinely love them, but not be in love with them anymore. Like, want what's best for them, want to take care of them, but not want to be tied to them forever. This could be someone you have kids with. while we had these kids, we set out, we did this family, we took an oath, like, I would be a shitty human being, I would be a bad mom, I would be a bad dad, I'd be failing my kids. Really? Don't you think living a lie is more of a failure to your kids? Wouldn't you rather show them that, look, we're all going to choose wrong. We're all going to pick wrong. We're all going to make mistakes. The point is, when you make a mistake, you do have an option. So when your kid grows up, a lot of us pick the same relationships. Like I had, for a long time, I had to deal with a lot of trauma because I have no memory of my parents ever being lovers. How weird is that? To like never... I can't even picture my parents kissing. So my idea of affection is completely different than other people who grew up with affection. Like, seeing all the relationship, like everything you see in your life as a kid comes back as an adult. So, if your kids are seeing you and your spouse, even if you're really good and you don't fight, they know when you're faking it. They know it, they feel it, they're going to grow up and think faking it is what love is. So if you need to look at it in the big scheme of things, living a lie always rubs off on your kids. It's always going to teach them that what love is a little bit of distance. What love is more of a show. When you get behind closed doors and you go into your spaces, like, a lot of people who fake it don't mean to. Like, they go out in society, they go out with their friends, and they're like, yes, we're a happy family. And then we get home, and the husband goes one way, the wife goes one way, the kids go up to their room. Nobody spends any time together. What are you teaching your kids about family? They're going to grow up, they're going to come home from work, they're going to go and immediately want individual time, thinking that's what relationships are. They're not going to talk to their spouse. They're not going to be touchy-feely because they're learning what love is from you. Everything about a child is seeing and mimicking and doing what you do. So to live a lie is teaching your kids to live a lie. Don't ever fall in the trap of, we're married for the kids. That is the worst. That is the worst reason to be married for someone. To someone, even if you're not fighting, even if you're best friends and you secretly date other people on the side, that's still horribly fucking toxic to the education of what love is to your child. If you truly put them first, you got to put yourself first, because everything you do is going to reflect on them. So if you don't live with true love in your life, perhaps you're risking that maybe your kid, I think true love happens to all of us, even if we reject it and turn away at least once, you're going to feel it. Don't teach your kid to run away from it. Teach your kid to run towards it, to have the life that you're longing for and denying yourself. By you longing for something and denying yourself it is giving permission for the same thing to happen to your child. That's how I think about it. So everything in my life, like every decision, I know that my kids didn't live, but everything I do is to make them proud. I always think of, especially with dating, it's a little different because I don't have to introduce my children to someone else. I wish I had that problem, honestly. I would give anything to have my kids here. But, I always keep that in the back of my mind. If I had kids with this person, what am I teaching them? That's how I'm going to pick my husband. That's the 100% truth. Because that's my goal. Obviously, if you don't want children, that wouldn't be a goal of yours. Maybe your goal would be, can we have fun together? Can we travel together? I don't know what it is. My focus is, can we raise healthy kids together? And I think maybe that's perhaps what you need to ask yourself of your relationship. What are you teaching your kids by being in this relationship, or going to this job every day, or having these friends in your life? what effect is that going to have on your kids and you and your future? And think about what an amazing parent you're going to be. Super happy, laughing, in love with something, in love with someone, just living life to your fullest, loving what you do, being vibrant, being active, being fulfilled. You just beam and radiate so much better than when you're faking it. Teach your kid that. Let them really beam and be bright and own who they are by owning who you are. You need to reparent yourself, my friends. Me too. I do this every day. I'm not talking down to you. I have to reparent myself on a daily basis. I'm not even exaggerating. Pure effort. 10 talks about completion, ending cycles that no longer fit into your life. Enlightenment is your birthright. Those who succeed do so through proper effort. Consider all spiritual teachings as an intellectual exercise to be practiced daily, diligently, and with discipline. This constant effort to maintain your daily practice is central to all spiritual practices that bring about personal transformation. Purity card. That was a big grandma. I haven't eaten in like 10 hours. Maybe I will. Are you okay, kitty? She had a rough night too. I was afraid to eat because I didn't want to throw up. But I literally threw up my soul, so maybe I should eat. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm going to eat something so it doesn't growl all the way through this. Awkward! Kitty. I had to switch my laundry. It's the 3rd time on the fucking dryer because the washer didn't wring the water out. My building's washer must have broke. My luck. So it's going on 3 hours of drying and it's still wet. I don't know what to do. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, now 4 o'clock in the morning. Good thing I work nights anyway. I can't go to sleep until at least 5:15 because that's when I get out of work. But damn, I'm spending a lot of money drying this shit. Anyway, where was I? I popped a cookie in my mouth, so I didn't eat much, so it's probably going to gravel again. I just want to get this done. Not that I don't want to spend time with you, because I do. But, like, everything is delayed today. What the? I think they want you to put pure effort into ending things. Enlightenment is your birthright. It is your birthright to grow and enhance and glow up and have better and do better and be better. You know, that's your birthright. Just because you said an oath. I mean, think about all the people who go to the altar. I mean, this doesn't have to be about marriage. I'm just using marriage as an example. So if this is like a contract, like work, put it, wear the hat that fits, if it makes sense. But think about all the people that get married for the right reasons. They're in love and they get duped by like a con artist. Maybe they're wealthy and they get, you know, a hot little number, male, woman, doesn't matter, get them to fall in love with them, and then they steal all their money. Do you think God meant for that to happen and for that person to be tied to a money-hungry son of a bitch for the rest of their life? Fuck no. Jesus and God would say, hit the road, Jack. You're not a fucking doormat. That's in the Bible. You are not a doormat, my friend. You are allowed. Like, what is this turn the cheek shit that people get so hung up on? Yes, you know, if somebody who's mentally ill punches you in the face and doesn't know any better, yes, turn the cheek. Compassion is that person is not okay in their mind. They don't know what they're fucking doing, so don't get mad about it. But if someone is trying to hurt you and take your life and punching you in the face just to punch you in the face, it is not your purpose to stand there and move your head so that they can keep punching you. Whoever taught you that is a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. I should have got up and walked out of church. Granted, I was 10 years old. But when I heard that, I knew in my soul, you are so full of fucking shit. Jesus was a fighter. You all told his story wrong. He was a mouthy, well, not a fucker. He is the best of us. But you know, just for drastic measures, dramatic effect. He was a mouthy motherfucker, okay? He came into this world under assholes, oppressive shit, and he was threatening everything that they stood for. He had to have balls. He had to be a warrior motherfucker. Jesus was a badass. You would be scared of Jesus. Not even Conor McGregor would fight Jesus Christ. That's the truth of Jesus. You felt his power. You shut the fuck up and you listened. Not because he was soft and because you felt his power. The same way you feel an angel on this earth. You feel that power in the room. You look at them. You have angels walking this earth every day. You will know one when it walks into the room. You will know one when you see it. You feel it in your soul. It has nothing to do with, that's a myth. Gandhi's a myth. Okay? I mean, he was a good man, but the way he lived was right for him. That was his journey. The fact that people try to live like Gandhi, it's a beautiful thing. And if you can do it, great. But, you know, we get a little too hung up on faiths and beliefs and words and practices. And I'm getting animated because I'm waking you up. Stop getting hung up to words. Till death do us part. I say this all the time. What does the death card mean in the tarot deck? And if you don't know what it means, Google it. It means endings and new beginnings. It does not mean the end of a life. It doesn't mean, I croaked, so now we're not married anymore. It means when it's done, when it's time to end, it has ended and I start a new life. To live in the marriage in a lie is breaking the oath. To leave the marriage because it has ended for you to start a new cycle is correct. The Catholic Church will never tell you that. They hate me because I say that. They also hated Jesus. Well, not the Catholic Church, but whoever was in power at the time for saying the same shit. So, do you see my point? Like, everybody's perception of what spirituality is fucked up. Does it make any sense? Does it make any sense to you that a carpenter with zero education talking to people on the same level would say something that means 25 fucking things to people who can't even, not any fault to them, but they can't even concept one meaning because their mind wasn't trained to think beyond things? So Jesus isn't going to walk around here speaking. It would be like speaking tongues to his people, the way they have him speaking in the Bible sometimes. He was a commoner. He was speaking to people who had nothing and no one. And not that they were unintelligent, because they weren't. But he isn't going to speak these big, flowery, fancy fucking words for people who are standing in the street starving to death. This is like a Meghan Markle situation with her fucking fluff word salad. That's what they're making Jesus out to be. A word salad motherfucker. It makes me mad. If you knew who Jesus truly was and what it all really meant, it would be so easy for you. But because you're so rooted to the wrong things they taught you, and not just you. So many people live their whole life this way because this is what their faith taught them. And they taught you wrong. Till death do us part is not your literal death. It's when your soul says, I'm done, I've had enough. And you're ready for a new cycle. That's death. In any contract. Point blank, period. Honor thyself. By honoring thyself, you are honoring thy family. Because you're living authentic. You're being authentic. It does not mean because you get a divorce, you don't got to be a parent anymore. No, that's incorrect. You still need to pay. You still need to pick up your kids. You still need to do 50-50. But you don't need to be together to do that. Staying for the kids is what they taught you to do, and it's wrong. They taught you to be miserable. They taught you to live in sin, not be of the light. lying to yourself, denying yourself your purpose, your purity, your happiness, that is not pleasing God. Be a warrior. Be a mouthy mother. Be a Jesus. And not the one they taught you. Be the real Jesus. Bring down the hammer, mother. I feel like Jesus would be like, calm down, Lizzie. Don't have everybody out here swearing and shit. I'm not as good as Jesus. But I'm just saying, like, you gotta understand the flaws in teachings. I'm not saying they were taught that too. So they're standing up there teaching you what they taught. I'm not saying they're assholes for doing that. They genuinely believe that. But it's been so diluted in humanity. Like, I wish I could just wake everybody up. It's very lonely here. I'm not from this earth, so I'm not rooted to your guys' belief system. And sometimes I feel very alone. And I feel like you feel me. I feel like I'm empathizing with your feelings. Welcome abundance into your life. Prosperity is on its way to you. Have faith that Source will heal your financial challenges. So some of you, this could be about career and making more money. Maybe you just want to end a job and maybe get yourself off the ground. Maybe build your own empire. Maybe go back to school and get a higher paying job because you have a degree. But something's coming in because of actions you've taken. And I definitely feel like money is an issue for right now. Maybe you're doing things for money and not for the love of it. Or your love situation was really not well and you like threw yourself into work, and because of it, money and success and some of you, I feel like your workspace is really good, and this is about home and relationship, and I feel like some of you it's about work is not good but home is. So I feel like we're getting more of the meat here. Someone new is coming. An important new relationship is on the horizon. Open your mind and heart so that happiness... Oh my god, my throat. I feel like there was a squirrel in there. Open your mind and heart so that happiness can enter your life. There's 2 doves. So I feel like a lot of you are staying in a marriage and you're denying yourself a divine purpose. Something that you've been getting a lot of signs about. Spirit's like, why? Why are you doing this? You need confirmation. 2 wings again. I mean, what the? This is a blessing in disguise. Be patient and have faith that your angels have the situation under control. What will come is far better than you dared to dream. They're supporting you walking away from this marriage. I feel like that's very specific. Some of you need to get out of a marriage and you just wanted God's okay. You just got it. Archangel Michael's okay, at least. And he's God's right-hand man, so I think you're a very loyal servant. You're to what you believe in and to your people, and you have a good heart. So it's not easy for you to walk away, and I was in your boat too. I stayed 15 years too fucking long for being exactly how you are, because I was rooted to my, not a religious belief, but what my family, you know, what I saw, what I thought was supposed to be. I got caught in illusions too. You're waking up. You are rising into who you're meant to be, and these people aren't waking up. The more awake you become, the less likely you jive with these people or want them around, because it's very lonely. Like I said, I'm in a crowded fucking community. I have acquaintances, but nobody really knows me. I'm 100% mysterious, even to my own family. If you research me, you aren't gonna be able to tell much about me. All of this is done on purpose. I'm not from here. When I leave this earth, I don't want people to really, not necessarily know that I was here, but I don't want to be known for following any one thing. Because that's the problem with this world. We're a bunch of fucking followers, and I just don't want to do it. And you need to stop following. This is your calling too. This is why I'm getting all preachy in pile 1. It's an hour long for you. Surrender the drama. I feel like this person in your life is just a dramatic fucking... You could be making the drama too, like just picking fights just because you're miserable. I mean, it's not going to be true for everyone, but it's because you're both miserable in this. Your person senses that you're not happy, or maybe they're not happy, or they're an evil person. They just like bringing the drama in your life. Time to cut it out. Surrender stubbornness, surrender to the wisdom of your body. Everything about you cringes and curls around this, but you're just being stubborn. You don't want to leave your comfort zone. Maybe you're too scared to go your own way. You know, we get comfortable in our routines, in our homes, in our relationships, and we think that, you know, if we leave, we're gonna be alone, and maybe you will for a little bit. But they just said you got someone coming in, and I feel like you feel it in your bones. The journey. It's all about the journey, boo-boo. Not the destination. Don't get stuck in a destination. Keep journeying. It's time for you to get out of this thing. Stop dragging your feet. Easier said than done, I know, but automatic negative thoughts. Immediately, as soon as someone says you're worthy of something, you say you're unworthy. It's going to go good. No, it isn't. All these things are going to go wrong. You're manifesting yourself into a stuck energy. You're not picturing your future happy and content away from the situation. You're only seeing yourself in the future stuck in the same situation, miserable. You're not allowing yourself to see that falling away and to picture what it would be like with that gone. And that's going to help you. If you were out of this situation, if you were out of this relationship, well, what would you do? Just sit in the thoughts. You don't have to say it out loud. You're not even allowing yourself to imagine the possibility that you could be free of this. Healing with nature. I think when this person is really like hindering you, especially if this is like a home situation, get out. Get away from their energy. Get out in the sun. Get out in the air, whether it's cold or hot, and just take those walks with yourself and ask yourself, what am I doing? What do I want? What is love to me? And in those silent moments where this person or these things can't affect you, all you need to do is think. Just think. Be with yourself. Be your own mentor. Be your own best friend. And discuss it with yourself in a safe space away from everybody where they can't hinder you with their energy, with their vibes. They can't like distract you with a million things. You need space. Wide open space. Fresh air space to think. You need think time. Boo-boo. Did I get all the decks? Oh, no, I didn't. Got one more. The dark mirror. This is what you need. The dark shadows you need to face. Forgetting oneself and downcast pride. Don't you know that you're the star? Don't you know that you're the chosen one? Like, whatever this person has said to you, I feel like they really beat up your pride. Like, no one's going to want you. No one's going to put up with you. No one's going to... I mean... I'm not gonna lie, on the last fight, I mean, I said some shit to my ex. Granted, it's 100% fucking true and they earned it, but I still shouldn't have said it. Because that would carry with someone in their soul, and I feel like your person is doing it for the wrong way. I don't feel like you've earned it. And even if you have, I feel like they say it too much. Like, it wasn't just like a one-time angry rant sesh. It's like something they deliberately put on the table, like, you're not good enough for anyone. Who's gonna love you? You're too hard to love. You're so complicated. You are not too complicated for your one. Okay? You're gonna fit with somebody. You don't fit with this person. They don't want to see you happy, and maybe they're a user. I kind of feel like they are. With this downcast pride, they need to keep you weaker to keep you at all, which means they need you to think that you can't do better, or you can't get other people, or you can't be successful without them, or you're not going to be able to survive. This person either makes you feel like you are codependent because of reasons, like no one's going to want to deal with you because, like I said, or no one's going to live the life that you want, or maybe they like tease your sexual performance or your body, or they just like shame you. They shame you into staying stuck in this downcast pride of, I don't deserve better. And yes, the fuck you do, boo-boo. They're lying. You forgot yourself. You deserve love. You don't need anyone. You don't need to be with someone to be a parent. You can be a fucking fantastic parent all by yourself. You can be a individual with your own money and your own career and your own home and your own life. I'm living proof. A year ago, I was couch hopping. Look at me now. I didn't think I would ever get here. I would cry every night on my pillow. This is my life now. I'm going to die alone. I'm never going to have anything good. Said that over and over and over. It all works out. I mean, this is not a palace, okay? I'm not like, you know, on my top notch yet. But I have my own place. I'm standing on my own 2 feet. I don't need a man for shit. I was so codependent when my ass got dumped. Even though I lived my life very independently, emotionally, I was so codependent on what I thought I needed. I never depended on, I've always had to have my own money because of my childhood. Like I said, everything stems back to that. We grew up with nothing. My mom was always crying at the table. My dad was always worrying about money. You know, my mom was always getting screwed over by men and having to pay for everything. And so I always just felt the need that I just had to have my own money in a relationship to feel safe. And I feel like we all get those things, and that's where you're falling victim to. You're forgetting that, no, we don't. We don't actually need any money in the bank to walk the fuck out the door. We're going to be just fine because we're survivors. You're a survivor. You're going to be just fine. Everything that you're fearing, you're not going to be alone. You're not going to be unsuccessful. You're going to be fine. I think you really need to get out of your head and away from this person that keeps you, they're suppressing you. They're emotionally and manipulating you and emotionally draining you. It's like Stockholm Syndrome to me. I don't know what this person or thing is where you just feel like you can't exist without them, or you need them in some codependent way, and it's not true. You don't. You just need you, boo-boo. You just need to follow your heart. And I feel like the best advice Spirit has for you is it's okay to let go of the things that hurt you and are bad for you and are toxic, no matter what you did to get that or to be there. It was just a part of your journey and you learned a lesson, but that doesn't mean it gets to go with you in the future, and that's okay. What is meant for you will stay. What is not meant for you always falls away. Whether you want it to or not, Spirit will get it out of your life. And I feel like Spirit's going to force this out of your life if you don't take action, because you are somebody important. You're forgetting yourself. You do have a big purpose. You know it. You feel it in your bones. You have a calling. This person just kind of shit all over you. Not kind of. They shit all over you. And they made you forget who you are. Boss up, baby. Boo-boos! You are the boss. They are the, assistant. Get coffee person. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just trying to boost you up. Anyway, I love you all. I hope it was helpful. I know it was really long, but I haven't done therapy sessions before. And I feel like you have an hour on someone's sofa. You might as well have an hour with your tarot reader. For free, though. Fuck you, government. I don't make my patients charge for therapy. Socialism. Kind of. Not really. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye, pile 1. Pile 2, you pick happiness blooms from within. Also, my stomach is going to be growling. It is going off. I don't care though. We're ignoring it. I had a cookie for the first pile, but it was an hour ago. Now. Alright, so let's get into your therapy session. I can't guarantee that yours will be an hour. I feel like where are we starting? Let's start here. Have a more specific message. Kind of had to work for that one. If you are in a love situation, you might want to check out pile 1, because I feel like anyone here for a love-like relationship, that would be pile 1. Alright, let's see what pile 2 has. This could be about love too. Dwell on what you love, because this came out for pile 1. Let me see if I can get a new energy. Let me shuffle. New energies, please. Unless everybody needs advice about relationships. I won't fight it. I just want to make sure I shuffled it good. There's a lot of cards in these decks for cards to repeat. You were born with that it quality. Do you want to know what do you want to know that I can read? Do you want to know what's really beautiful? Confidence. Do you want to know what's really powerful? Persistence. True story. Do you want to know what's really sexy? Please. I know about sexy. No, I don't. It just says that. I'm not being vain. Not needing to be needed. And if still they don't notice your good looks, your strength, and your sachet, could you feel more sorry for them? Love, Talio, the universe. Exactly. This is about you are a fucking star, pile 2. You got it. It. Whatever. Sex appeal, star quality, charm, charisma. You are it, pile 2. All you need to do is be confident, be persistent, and if anybody looks at you and tells you you are less, well, it's their fucking loss, pile 2. That should be your mentality. You don't chase nobody in this life, pile 2. Fuck no. You're like me. I am not a chaser. I might be a runner, but I am definitely not a chaser. Fuck no. I don't beg nobody for shit. Take no prisoner energy I'm feeling for you. I like it. If they are oh my god, why can't I read right now? If they once loved you, they still do. Thanks for every single time you ever fell in love. Whether or not it was obvious, whether or not it lasted, or whether or not you were loved back, it changed everything. Actually, you're always loved back. Love, you changer, the universe. Oh, boo-boo, you are like me. I like you. Not because you're like me, but I feel like in relationships, you are always the overachiever. Like, you go above and beyond. You nail birthdays, you nail holidays, you nail little romantic notes. Like, I go extra hard. I go extra hard in relationships. I turn my whole bedroom into a Star Wars scene for one night. I did that before. I wear costumes. I will do that damn thing for my mans. So you do the same thing for your man or lady. You are extra. You are one of the extras. But you're also like me in the fact of you've never had extra back. I've always been with people who are romantically stunted. They don't know what to say. They don't know what to do. They don't have a romantic bone in their fucking body. And here I am like, Cinderella, let's do love stuff. Like, I'll take the lead. Sure, I have no problem doing that. But tell me if I'm wrong, pile 2. How long before you get fucking frustrated that nobody's doing this for you? Yes, it takes a while, but eventually it's like, is anybody gonna love me as hard as I love? Yes, pile 2, they will. You just haven't found them yet. Or perhaps you haven't met them yet. Let's get some more. The healing mantra. There's nothing wrong with being extra in how you give love. And if it's over the top, or if like people think that you're high maintenance, fuck them. Fuck them. I'm high maintenance. I'll admit it. I'm not like the veiny high maintenance, like, love me, I need designer, meh. But no, I got fucking standards. And I will hold you to them motherfucking standards. I got a spine. Like, you don't need to cave to anyone else. You don't need to lower. What? What are you looking at? That should be you and your energy. Don't tell me nothing about myself. I'm not too much to love. I'm not extra. I'm just too much for you. That's what you do. Took me a long time to be that way. I would always be like, oh, I'm too extra? I'm too much? Something's wrong with me? No, I just love hard. I'm a hard lover. I'm a hard motherfucker in life, but when I love, quietly, I love you hard. Over hard. I will overkill it to death with the love department. Like, once I melt, that's it. You just get melted all over. But it takes a while for me to melt. Probably true for you. I don't give a motherfucker an inch. Once I give him an inch, that's why it's so hard for me to give him an inch in the first place. Receiving elation. Ooh. I am born. I am born of infinite joy. Yes. I just feel vibes. Sorry, I was vibing to this. And I think I punched myself in the eye right there. Good thing I have makeup on. Not really, it's fine. I'm used to getting punched in the face. I am born... It sounded fucked up. I used to do MMA. I'm not, like, getting beat. Let me just clarify. I am born of infinite joy. I feel like... Why do people shit all over you, pal, too? I don't like this. Life is punching you in the face. Who is this person making you feel like... Do people tell you that you're hyper, or like, you're so extra, you're so dramatic? So? You're a star. You steal the show and they don't like it. Healing inner guidance. My intuition flows whenever I am still. Yes. I feel like the best advice Spirit has for you is to sit with yourself. See, you need to fall in love with yourself, pal, too. This whole world has taught you how extra you are, or like nitpicked you to death, so much to the point that you don't know how to love yourself anymore. So you need to take a minute and you need to self-love the shit out of yourself, pal, too. Let's get some more. Let's go to the crystals. I feel like this was very direct. They really want you to work on inner stuff. Red jasper. Nature, determination, relax. To me is, again, with the relaxing. Like, I just feel like, I don't know if this is a vacation or if you need like a she shed or a man cave or like a meditation room. A place that you can go to every day and just sit with yourself and give yourself these positive affirmations, whether it's sitting in front of the mirror and talking to yourself like, I like your eyes today, or you did a really good job on your makeup. Talk to yourself. I know it's weird. I know it's fucking awkward. This is a therapy session, okay? Anyone who's ever been to therapy, they give you weird homework. So don't think that I'm going to be any different. Your weird homework is to look in the mirror and talk to yourself. I want you to say 10 things that you like about yourself, not just on that day, but overall. And then say 10 things you like about yourself just that day. And I want you to do it every day for 30 days. And tell me at the end of those 30 days, if you don't start to love yourself, well, we're going to have to dig deeper. But this is where it all starts. and quieting the world around you and all these people telling you what you're supposed to be and what you're too much of, to silence them, is to love yourself. Then you stop listening to everybody else and their bullshit. You don't care about their opinions because you know who you are. You love yourself and fuck everybody else. Again, it took me a long time to get to this place. So I'm telling you, that's exactly how I got there every day. Forcing myself to look in the mirror and not think or say something negative and replace it with a positive thought. To stand there and look at my naked body and not pick myself apart. I still do that sometimes. I still, some days when I get out of the shower, I'll look at the mirror and be like, oh wow, you know, I have come a long way. I know I'm not back to my skinny body. I know I'm still a little bit pudgy, but I'm getting there. Like, I have to be, I'm still mean to myself first, and I feel like this is what you're working on. As far as it comes to you being who you are, and you're eccentric. I don't know if you just have a weird speech or you dress differently. You're eccentric, and just being who you are causes attention because you're a fucking star. You're meant to stand out. You're meant to be 100% you, 100% authentic. And the people that are good for you and meant for you love it when you own this. This is how you know who goes and who stays. When you own your shit, when you're feeling good, and if they're not up there like, yes, you look amazing. That was so great. Like, ooh, I like your shirt. Whatever. If they're not positive, then they need to go. Because if they can't enjoy your success, then they're not rooting for you. In the heart space, which means they're putting bad juju on you just by being a negative hole. They need to go. Labradorite. Shamanic journeying, brave, magical power, higher awareness. Yes. All heads turn to you when you walk in a room. You're meant to be something. Maybe you already are. But that isn't just because of a gift or what you do. This is a part of your purpose. And I feel like the shamanic part of your purpose is learning to love yourself and not just play a part for everybody else. So if you're like, if this is a celebrity situation, this would be like Sasha Fierce and not Beyonce. You're constantly out there being Sasha Fierce, but you're not being Beyonce. You know, there's parts when you can tell Beyonce's in her Sasha Fierce, and you can tell when Beyonce's being Beyonce. You got to be able to know the difference. Like when they're doing when she's doing an interview, she's Beyonce. When she's on the stage, she's Sasha Fierce. You can't just be Sasha Fierce through your whole life. You can't fake every part of it. It's okay to have a Sasha Fierce, to have that ego, to get you out there, to have the confidence, but you need to know, and this is where you need to understand when to put that away. Because I feel like it's either lowering your confidence because you feel like a fake, because you're faking it all the time, but you don't want to. You don't want to fake it. You genuinely want to love yourself. You want to be happy. You just don't know how. That's okay. This is everybody's day one is, I don't know where to go from here. I have day ones all the time. I'm a high priestess. I still sometimes get tripped up like, I don't know what to do here. Like, I don't love myself right now. I don't know. I get there too. This is going to happen to you through your whole life. Even when you get past this and you get on your high vibes, there's going to come a point 5, 10 years down the road where something happens in your life and you get knocked back down to day one, and you got to build yourself back up. You got to be willing to continue to fight for yourself. Boo-boo. Fight for you. You are fucking awesome. You don't have to fake it. You can genuinely be happy, but it's okay to fake it if you don't know what else to do, because sometimes faking it till you make it is how you make it when it comes to self-love. Like, you don't really feel confident, but you're telling yourself you are. Eventually, by telling yourself you are, you eventually feel it. So in that sense, it's okay to fake it till you make it, because that's what we all do until we make it in that aspect. But you can't fake relationships. You can't fake feelings. You can't fake, you can't suppress yourself to be a fake. You know what I mean? If you want to be loud and extra, you fucking do it. And if you don't want to be loud and extra, be still and silent. Be authentic to what your soul says. And fuck the peanut gallery. You feel me, pile 2? Alright, let's get into the Buddhism cards. Haven't used these in a while either. Oh, I don't think I've seen this one. It's got a little baby in there. Could be healing some childhood wounds, or maybe you're focusing on parenting. Unconditional love. To love means to cherish, to be compassionate, to be of service, to be tolerant, and to be wise. Unconditional love is a free-flowing, positive energy. You can only feel this love by expressing it. The more you give your love unconditionally, the more your heart is able to connect with the pure, nurturing, universal force. Love is the true essence that sustains lives. Exactly. I feel like that's very much how you are to other people, but you're not this way to yourself. You show your love, you give your love, you're probably a gift giver, you're probably a hugger, you probably tell people you love them, and if you don't, you want to. You want to be more of this, and that would be a calling to show more of your unconditional love if that's true for you. And for the rest of you that are like that with everyone else, you don't know how to give that love back to you. Or maybe you don't know how to be in a healthy relationship, but you want one. You just don't know how. I think some of you are fearing messing something up. Like, it doesn't have to mean that you are in love with someone or you know of someone. It just could be that feeling of, I mess every relationship up. Like, nobody loves me unconditionally. There's always conditions, or you always have conditions to how you love people. Pure effort. Enlightenment is your birthright. This came out for pile 1. Consider all spiritual teachings as an intellectual exercise to be practiced daily, diligently, and with discipline. The constant effort to maintain your daily practice is central to all spiritual practices that bring about personal transformation. That's that practicing every day of talking to yourself in the mirror, that you are worthy of love, that you are deserving of love, that you can love correctly. But this is also putting effort into looking at why. Why do you feel like you always fail at relationships? Why do you feel like you always push people away? Why do you feel like you're always giving more? Why do you feel like you're not getting enough back? You really need to not only ask yourself these questions, but be willing to sit with the answers, even if they're hard to deal with, and then to take action. You can't just, okay, well, this is why. Well, now take action in how we heal that wound so it doesn't carry with us in the future. Ways you can do this is, like I said, talking to yourself every day, saying something nice, being more vocal about what you need with other people. Like, I really wish that you would tell me you love me more. I know that seems needy, but maybe I'm a little needy right now, and I just need to know how you feel about me. That's okay. That's an honest thing to say. You know, it's not honest to be needy, or it's not good to be needy every single day, but it's okay to have moments of weakness where you lean on the people you love and say, look, I need a little bit of encouragement. I need a pep rally. I need a pep talk. I need you to tell me that I'm awesome because I'm just feeling like shit. And if they love you, they're going to. And if they look at you and scoff at you, well, there's your answer. They don't need to be in your life then. They're not helpful to you. Let's go to the Untethered Soul. I haven't used this one in a bit either. Like I said with pile 1, I went through my decks. I got a couple decks I'm going to be giving away, and I pulled out some that I haven't used in a while just for some newness. Yeah, freeing yourself. This is a big theme tonight. That which is blocked and buried within you forms the root of fear. Fear is caused by blockages in your energy. This is that fear of, I'm going to fuck it up. Fear of rejection. Fear of not being good enough. Fear of loving someone more than they love you. Fear of giving everything to someone and then they just walk away. And how are you going to live without them? There's all these fears going so heavy. It's all centered around fear. All these thoughts of how you fuck up or how you're not good enough or how you always let people down. It's all rooted to fear of, I just want someone to love me like I love them. I just want someone to love me unconditionally on my good days and on my bad days. And no matter what happens in life, that they're not going to run away. That I know that I can count on them. You want stability. I feel that, Kyle, too. I have never had a stable relationship either. But you know what? I believe they're real, and I believe we can have them. And I think the more we heal ourselves, the closer we get to it. So if that's what you really want, Pile 2, you got to do the inner work first. And I feel like you are. You just got to dig a little deeper into working on yourself and asking yourself those questions and being more positive. Surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet, meditative moments, maybe you do need a meditation room. Focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. This is about clearing clutter, not allowing people to stress you out every day, or if you're suffering from anxiety or if these thoughts are too much. This is about just making your life quiet and making time in your day to just be still with yourself, to have that moment of, today's going to be good. Everything's going to be fine. I'm going to have a good day at work. I'm loved. I'm safe. I have food. Like all the things. Like that's how I do it. Sometimes when I'm feeling really low. Why is my throat chakra going crazy? I feel like I can't talk. But when I'm feeling really low, I start listing all the things that are good in my life. I have a car that runs with heat and heated seats. That's nice in Syracuse, New York. I have a home to go home to and pets who love me. I have a job and a paycheck every week. I have health insurance. I am overall healthy. I can live a good life. I'm independent. I'm intelligent. And this is what you need to do. Start listening to that moment of, I'm starting to beat myself up, or I'm starting to feel bad about myself, or that anxiety is coming, or I'm feeling pressure. This is when you need to start positively thinking of something. Either listing off all the things that are good in your life, all the people that are good in your life, listing your favorite foods. I even do that sometimes because, I have a sweet tooth and I'm on a diet. So sometimes I'm just like, brownies, cupcakes, cake, ice cream. And it makes me happy. Whatever. If I just randomly start listing foods, I'm probably on the verge of an anxiety attack. I'm not even kidding. I can't even tell you how many times just being like, brownies, ice cream, cupcakes, candy, lollipops, kept me from, I don't know why, but it works. Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar into your life. Yes, that outdated belief of you're the reason why all your relationships fail. Not true. There's two to tango. So, there's 50-50 blame in every relationship. And surrender procrastination of, I think you're procrastinating. You know you're unhappy. You know that you have to heal stuff. You're just like, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to journal about it. I don't want to tell myself 10 positive things. I don't want to. That's your depression, keeping you in that funk. And boy, does my depression do that to me too. So I'm not harshing your mellow. But it's time to flip the script and be like, you know what? We're doing it. I don't want to do things half the time. I make myself do it. Like, I don't want to get up on my really bad depression days. I don't want to get up and go to work and put my makeup on and do my hair. I just want to, throw on sweats and not give a shit. I force myself to pick out an outfit that matches and put makeup on. And people look at me like I'm this materialistic bitch that I have to go out of my house with makeup, when really it's me self-loving myself to get myself out the door. The days I go extra hard on my makeup are probably the hardest days I'm facing. People just they see what they want to see. They don't see the truth behind it. And we get caught up in, like, you look at your friends, right? And you look at their relationship, and you only see them in snippets. So maybe you're like at a party, or you're hanging out, and you see them cuddly and happy. You don't see the moments of when they're frustrated about having to split money, or they're frustrated about not seeing each other, or a jealous moment, or, you know, not everything's perfect. You only see you only see in something what you want to see. So if you're longing for something, you're only going to be looking for that. You're not going to be looking at the truth right in front of you of, you know, they might look like the best couple, but they spent the whole night talking to other people and not really, I mean, not saying that's unhealthy, because, you know, if you spend a lot of time together and you have similar friends, you're going to spread out. But, you know, at some point, you know, you come back together, like, hi, at least say hello. But I've had friends do that, and like maybe a week, 2 later, they announce they're getting divorced. They're just like faking it in the room. I can feel that shit. I can feel it all day. But a lot of people just get, like I said, caught up on what they want to see. So everything, really look at it with fresh eyes. If you're like comparing yourself to other people, like, oh my God, they look so happy, I want that. Well, don't look at it like rose-colored glasses because you're lonely. Really look at their relationship. I mean, maybe they are happy. Ask them how. Like, I'm sure they're going to tell you it's not easy. It took a long time. But they had to be alone, or they had to put work into themselves. Trust your angels. Let go of your expectations of how your dreams will come true. Trust that heaven has a perfect plan. This is about giving up control of when we allow people to approach us, or when we are going to go make our move. Sometimes people make a move on us. Sometimes people approach us when we're not ready. Like, you can't control everybody but yourself. So I think you just need to focus on loving yourself and stop worrying about past relationships. Have no fear. Fear is a trap of the ego. Allow me to use my sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings holding you back. Yes. You need to let go of that fear and cut it out. Remember, everything's based around fear for you. This person isn't going to love me. This person isn't going to be unfaithful. They're going to reject me. I'm not good enough. That's fear. That's your fear talking. That's not a truth. That's a feeling. Hashtag New Amsterdam. I stole that from the show. I cannot claim it. They said a part in there. That's what I just said. In Amsterdam, and it just hit home to me. Just like, I think fear is the root of all of why we hold ourselves back, and everything. It all stems from a fear. I can't tell you how long I've lived in that of nobody gets me. No one's going to understand me. I don't feel that way anymore. I feel most people don't get me and don't understand me, but I know that my one will. There's like no fucking doubt about it. I don't have to explain shit, because obviously my person's going to have to be a fellow weirdo. I can't be with a normal person, and neither can you, pal, too. That's okay. Have no fear. Trust that you are going to find that person. Trust that you are enough. Like, don't let those fears lie to you. Don't let your anxiety and depression lie to you. Open your heart. No one is perfect. Stop judging yourself and others, and let love heal the situation. I really feel like you don't feel good enough for someone, or you just fear rejection. No. This 22 talks about a mirroring energy. This might be you and your person kind of like giving each other the cold shoulder even. But it doesn't have to be about love. Like, nobody is perfect. Everyone fucks up. Everyone makes mistakes. Like, some on bigger scales than others. You know, some people go to jail. Does that mean that you have to treat them like shit the rest of their life because they made a mistake and went to jail? No. Like, everybody fucks up. No one is perfect. I fuck up all the time. I'm the least perfect person the header on my Facebook page is I'm not perfect, but who is? Or some shit like that. I wrote it a long time ago. But like, I'm not perfect. That should be your motto. Every day I tell myself, I'm not perfect. I fuck up all the time. I apologize 9 million times a day. I say thank you 9 million times a day because I need help and I fuck up. And I try so hard not to fuck up and not to need people. But the truth is, I need people and I fuck up. That's the truth. So don't let, like, there are going to be people that reject us. Yes. Remember, I always say this. Rejection is God's protection. That's God keeping you. Like, sometimes we get tripped up and people enter our lives and they derail it. And sometimes we wish at those moments, hey, God stepped up and said, you know. But I think all the ones that he does just get out of your life are going to be far worse than the ones that actually do hurt us. Hello, guys. Let's talk about your shadow work that you need to face. Hiding your true self. Yeah, it's like you don't, it's like you allow people to love you and you let them in, but it's like you only show so much of yourself. I don't think you've ever felt comfortable really being yourself, not just in a love situation, just in general, or you have a very small few that you can be yourself with. Just hide yourself from the world. You're very much a loner. Me too. I spend 99.9. If I could spend my whole life in this apartment and never go outside, I probably would. I force myself not to do that, though. I like my solitude. I am the hermit. For realsies. Forgetting oneself. Yes. This came out for pile 1, too. I just feel like maybe you should both watch. Both piles should watch. Because I feel like they kind of go hand in hand. They're a little bit different with more advice towards different aspects. But I feel like pile 1 is more about learning to walk away from people who don't love you correct, and you're more about learning to love yourself correct so that you can accept the correct ones, if that makes sense. You forgot that you are unique, and it's okay to be unique. It's okay to be different. This whole world teaches you that you need to fit into this square box, but this is your life, and all your life fits into this box. You know what I do with that box? Open it. Crush it. I'm being dramatic. You need it. What else? One more deck. Intuitive life coaching. My accent. My pervert just came out. I was like, one more deck. I was like, ooh, that sounded like I said one more dick. Whatever. I don't need that. Thank you. Well, maybe I do. It's been a long time. Maybe I'd be happier in my life. Nah, I'm on the celibacy thing. And I think that really taught me how to, like, really focus my time on myself. Not that I was, like, big into sex before. Like, I'm such a prude. I'm not gonna lie. But getting close to the 2-year mark. No booty. Can you literally? How long does it take you to grow your skin back? Like 20 years? I'm not waiting that long. Fuck no. Who wants to do that again? That's not fun. Jesus. Angel numbers. Maybe you're getting a lot of synchronicities. Like 333. Like, time clocks are big for me. I always see numbers on the clock, but it doesn't have to be. It could be license plates. You could be hearing numbers. You could just see them randomly. Heads-up pennies are a big one for me. I see them everywhere. Rainbows. Songs on the radio that repeat. Names. Hearing someone's name all over. You're getting signs. Either, it could be signs about you, your life, like trying to course correct you, but I feel like this is more leading you towards that person you want. Like, you want someone that matches you step for step, that sees you, that you can be yourself with. You don't have to play a part with. Metamorphosis. You're transforming. This is a time, like, you are the caterpillar inside the cocoon right now. And when you're all done through this process and you're in that place of self-love, you are a beautiful, magnificent butterfly. You are on your way to butterflyness. And it all starts with learning that fear is controlling how you fear about relationships and people. This person is going to reject me because I always fuck it up. Place it with this person is either going to love me or they're not, but I am awesome. And if they don't love me, then they're not my one. That's how you replace it. Flip that script. High five. Anyway, let's get one more. Boundaries. Yes, setting those healthy boundaries of, I'm not going to rush into anything. I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm not going to allow my fears. That's checking those thoughts back of, they're going to reject me. No, they're not. And if they do, I will survive. It's not the end of the world. Boundaries within yourself. But this is also talking about healthy boundaries with other people. Remember how I said in the beginning of the reading of how you're an over-lover. You're always giving. You're always sharing. You are everything love when you feel comfortable. So, don't do that until they do it for you. And doesn't mean, like, don't do anything romantic unless they do. Like, just don't up the scale. Don't become extra if they don't give you extra. If you feel in your heart that this person loves me so good, I want to do something nice for them, do it. Because they earned that, because you're feeling that. If you don't feel that, don't do it. Don't feel the pressure of, I have to do this for this person to love me, or to accept me, or for the world to love and accept me. I have to be this way. No. You are unique. You be you, and only you. Don't let anyone put you in that damn box. Don't let anyone do this. You do this. Okay? Did I get all the decks? I think we did. That was your message. I hope it was helpful. I love you guys so much. And if you want more of these therapy sessions in the future, let me know by hitting the thumbs up below. Sorry about my crazy makeup. It is almost daytime. I can almost wash it off. I'm excited because my face is itching. Anyway, I'll see you all again later. Love and light, boys.